Welcome to one of the coolest Minecraft Bedrock survival enhancement add-ons we've ever checked out. This is Supplementaries, which did originate on Minecraft Java. It's now been ported to Minecraft Bedrock. This is in collaboration with the original creator and Raspberries. It improves every single aspect of your Minecraft world. There is so much to go through. I'll place some timestamps on this video to make things easier for you. It can be purchased for 990 Minecoins, which is $6. We did get early access. It's not a paid promotion. For those of you not familiar with the Minecraft Java mods, this is incredibly popular. It has over 164 million downloads, and honestly, it has all the subtle features you've ever wanted for Minecraft survival. Alrighty, let me teach you everything you need to know. Once you do have this installed in a new pre-existing world, you are going to be given a guidebook. When you open this, we have redstone enhancements, better functional blocks, building tools. We also have food, tweaks, and the about. I want to start here because this is everybody that has made this possible. This isn't a case of them giving this add-on to another company. The original Java people made this on Bedrock as well. It's just being published by Raspberries. So shout out to everyone that made this possible. Also, if you do want to get in contact with the creators, this is the best way to do so. They are very active on their socials. You do discover any bugs, again, you can report it via their Discord. This is also version 1.0.0, so it will be updated in the future. Now, before I start to teach you about the redstone features, I want to start with a tool. That is going to be the wrench. Use the wrench to rotate blocks that have a rotation property. Crouch interact to rotate in the opposite direction. Note that wrenches will first attempt to rotate a block along the axis that was clicked on, and then says if that fails, they will try to rotate the block on the y-axis. So let's just ignore that for now. The reason why we need this is because some of the recipes actually require it. Now, this can be made using copper ingots inside of a crafting table. If you don't see it, tap on craftable, and you have it right here. Now, the only problem here is it's used in this recipe right here. But when I try to place it inside of the item frame, yeah, it's simply not possible. Anyway, this will give you the actual wrench itself. Let's get into those redstone features. The turntable is a directional block that will rotate whatever block it faces when powered by redstone. The rotation direction can be toggled via an interact, and the rotation speed will be proportional to the redstone signal received. So in order to make it, here is the recipe needed, plus this needs to be a wrench. So grab your needed ingredients, open up a crafting table. If you don't see it, tap on craftable, and we have this. The only complaint I had with this is the correct way for this block to be placed. However, when you place it, it's facing downwards, which to me just felt like a slight inconvenience. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. Anyway, when you place this down, you can change the direction. So right now it's going right. If you tap it again, it's going to go left. So what I am going to do here is grab a couple of different blocks. If we place this down and turn this on, obviously it's now powered by redstone, right? Really simple to understand. If I was to place this here, nope, I'm going to have to jump back on top of this. If I was to place this here, put this on top and then power it, you can see here it's starting to turn. Now, the turntable in Java is linked to the pulley. However, in Bedrock Edition, they're not actually combined, which I think is the wrong decision, in my opinion. But you can actually tap on this to change the direction. The next redstone feature is the bellows. When powered by redstone, bellows will push air in the direction they are facing. They can be used to push items, mobs, or even players. Placing a wet sponge or a scorching pumice block will make them blow out water or fire, respectively. So I thought this one was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure on Java it can be used to kind of speed up furnaces as well. I don't think that functionality is available on Minecraft Bedrock. So if we place this here, okay, you want to be our example? There you go. Hey, your wish is my command. But this gets so much better than this. Now, obviously it is going to work for you as well. So you could use this as a very slow, like, elevator. If I was to throw that, it also works for blocks as well. But this is where things are cool. So if we turn this off, put a... Please move now. You've had your limelight. If we put... Dude, relax. If we put a wet sponge on here, then activate it, it's going to be water. Now, alternatively, and this is a custom block that you can get in this, which is basically linked to lava, you can do fire. So if I was to change my game mode to creative, place this on here, as you can see, it's set on fire. I thought it was really cool. Now, what they haven't actually shown us or outlined, and it's kind of like an Easter egg here. Place this here, wet sponge, soap on top, activate this. It's going to blow bubbles. There's a few other Easter eggs that I have not quite discovered for the Bedrock version. I'm going to stay in creative for the time being. The next redstone feature is going to be the pulley. On Java, it does require the turntable. On Bedrock, it doesn't. Pulley blocks are a mechanism that is able to push and pull connected chains or ropes. While being powered by redstone, they will try to suck in any continuous rope/chain links that are on the back and push them to the other side. Now, this sounds a little bit more confusing than it actually is. Also, as a downside on Bedrock, we can't actually climb the ropes due to Bedrock limitations. So I'm going to grab a couple of these and show you guys how this works. And hopefully I can get this correct. So we're going to put some of these here. And then going to do the exact same on the other side. So it can pull things from one direction to another. And then going to grab myself a chest. Place down this. As you can see, it's pulling it all the way through. So I wonder if I put it this side, does it change it? I'm not quite sure how to actually change the direction of this, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and place down some more rope here. And this will work with chains as well. You can pull them up, you can pull them down. Let's try a button real quick. So as you can see, it's pulling it all the way through. So if I was to get rid of a couple of these, I'm going to place down some more rope here. Come on. I'm going to put down this. Let me try this one more time. Keep going. And as you can see here, this gets pulled to you. Now, you can also do this towering up as well. I haven't tried it with chains. This will be quite interesting. So chains there. I'm going to do 1 and 2 here. Button. I'm not quite sure how the chain one works. Does this have to go here? I'm still learning this. I honestly think it was easier on Java than it was Bedrock. I'm not quite sure, but apparently the chains can actually go through, which leaves the question, if I was to break all of these and do it with chains this way, let's try it. Because we know this one functions. Just want to make sure I'm getting this correct. I place this here. Yeah, so apparently chains are meant to work. We know the ropes certainly do, as you can very clearly see here. Go this way. I know the ropes work in both directions as well. Yeah, so that very clearly works. Maybe chains are slightly broken. Or I'm just misunderstanding this versus the Java version. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Button. Yeah, so it definitely pulls it through. So if I was to have a chest on here... Oh, this should work flawlessly. Come on. You gotta crouch and place it. It's really weird. Didn't mean to do that. We're going to need them very shortly anyway. But you'll see here, it starts to pull them down. We're going to have to get rid of a couple of these. And it should be enough. As you can see right there. That's how that works. The next redstone feature is going to be the faucet. Now, I don't want to just read giant walls of text to you. I want to show you exactly how this works. So this is the item we have right here. When placed down, it does have a handle to be turned on or off. So I'm going to grab this. And you can attach it to something like a chest. We have diamonds inside of here. When you activate this, it's going to spit them out one by one. When you stop it, it's going to stop that from happening. The next thing you can do with this is you can link it to water and also jars. We'll learn a little bit more about them as we go. So if I was to fill this up, and it does have to be against like a waterlogged stair. It doesn't seem to work on a full block. I can take the water from there and put it inside of here. Place this down and activate, and this is gonna fill up, as you can very clearly see right there. Now, a couple other ways you can do this is you can do it with jars. So if I place a jar here, place one here, I'm gonna fill this one with water. I'm gonna place this on here. We're gonna activate this, and it's gonna transfer to this jar right here. This can be done with honey, milk, and a whole range more. it can also be done with this. So if I was to place this down here, and I'm hoping they won't get angry here, we can start to extract the honey. Now, you can leave this on permanently, and every time this gets full, it would just go inside of here, which I think is a really cool way to do things. So the faucet, I really liked it. So a cool feature available is going to be a speaker block. This can technically be used as some kind of announcements in a realm, a world. However, when powered by Redstone, speaker blocks will send a message in chat to all players in their radius. And you can configure this by tapping on it. I've got one configured, but all you need to do is place this down, right-click on this, and put your message inside of here. You can increase the block distance as well. So if somebody's kind of sneaking their way to your base, you can have this as a slight trap. So if I was to grab myself a lever, tap on this, and hold on, I need to reactivate this on top, maybe. There we go, on top. I've got mine as like the YouTube video. So if I set this to Redstone, someone walked past it, it would be like the YouTube video. I appreciate you guys for doing so. But yes, same feature that is available on Minecraft Java. This one right here, I really liked. This is going to be the ram block. Now, this can be linked to pistons. So I'm going to grab myself some pistons here. But the way this actually works is it will break the block in front. So we'll grab some cobble, for example. 1 and 2. I'm going to have cobble here. If I was to place these on top and activate it, when it gets there, it breaks it. When it gets there, it breaks it, right? So you guys can probably think of a really cool way to use this. That's right, a cobblestone generator. Every time this produces cobblestone, you can use the ram block to break it. So again, it's really subtle things like that that make a very big difference. The next redstone feature we have is going to be the flint block. I really like this. Now, it can be used for storage to basically compact your flint. But what I really liked about this is when used with a piston and it bypasses an iron block, it creates fire. So let me show you this. So we all know how annoying having too much of this is. Open up a crafting table. You can actually make yourself a block. If we place this down, and it doesn't matter how you do it, because there's very many different ways to do this. If I was to put this here, when it bypasses and we go back, it's going to create fire. It doesn't matter if you run iron into the flint block or flint into iron. When it bypasses, it is going to create fire. A really, really cool concept that, again, I really appreciated. And we do have the last feature, which is going to be gold doors in the form of regular doors and trap doors. They function like normal doors, except for the fact that when powered by redstone, they will be locked. So if we grab these, place them down, they function the same way, right? Exactly with this. But if we grab ourselves some redstone, this becomes locked. Now, you can break it, but it becomes an actual locked door. So you can lock it from the inside. And this is going to be the exact same for the trapdoor as well. As you can see here, none of them are going to open. And that's the redstone features. I hope to see more in the future. Next, we have the functional blocks. The first one we are going to start with is going to be spikes. It says sharp and pointy bamboo spikes will damage whoever touches them. Want more damage? Fear not. You can actually combine these with potions. So let's grab ourselves the actual regular ones. You place them down, you stand in them, you're going to take damage. If you grab these, combine it with a potion of decay, for example, we end up with the decayed version. As you can see here, we have the wither effect. And this comes in all different versions that you can think of. So we do have harming, oozing, poison, slowness, weakness, weaving, and we also have, which one's this one? Infestation and the wind charge. Yeah, wind charge effect as well. So all of these exist. You could torment your friends a little bit more. Next, we have presents, which you can package for your friends. Now, these come in a whole range of different designs. And these are just a really cool feature that players can mess around with. I really like this one. So place it down, grab yourself some items like diamonds. Who is it going to be for? It's going to be for the real Echo. So when they open it, as you can see here, the diamonds are going to pop out. This is perfect as we do get very close towards Christmas. And there's so many really cool designs as well. These are just really subtle enhancements to have, but they're open like this. as an indication that nothing's inside. I wish you could create like troll surprises. I think that would be a really fun thing to do with your friends. I like this one. I'm going to package this for, you know what? You can have this, someone else. I'm going to have this as Dave. Package for Dave. Only Dave should be allowed to open it, but yeah, that's the concept of presents. Now, I did teach you about jars before, but let me show you guys all of the possible jars that you can get. Now, just go ahead and place these down. The items that you're able to place inside of these can be cookie, lava, water, milk, honey, and even chocolate milk. We'll get into that a little bit later on. So you can place them in one by one, by the way. And they do hold a decent amount. It's like 4 or 5 buckets. As you can see here, these are the honey ones. So that took quite a few there, and even chalky milk as well. These are cool. That block that I showed you before can actually be found inside of the nether. This is the pumice. It's a volcanic rock found in the nether. It will spawn in netherrack cliffs at low elevation. More often, its low weight also allows it to be found floating on lava lakes. When put in contact with lava, pumice will soak it up and turn into scorching pumice. Scorching pumice can then be emptied by cooling it down by placing it next to water or ice. So if you grab this, and this is the raw one that you can find inside of the nether, and place it down, it soaks it up. What is this good for? Well, you know those lava lakes inside of the nether? Yes, that's what it's good for. How do you pick it up? You're going to have to use something like a pickaxe. And if you want to cool this down for decoration purposes, not a problem. Place this down. Then go ahead and place this next to it, and it's going to cool it down. Very similar, the exact same way a sponge works, but rather than it being for water, it's going to be for lava. So place this back in here. It soaks it all up. Next, we have the iron gates. Now, these, no matter how high you stack them, can still be opened. So these are going to be your basic ones, which, as you can see, you can open with no problem. Let's say we go up 2 more on each side. You can still open it, as you can see. Let's say you wanted to go even higher. Let's say you wanted to go here. You can still open these. These, again, are a really cool and subtle feature that I really appreciated. Next, we have a new type of seed. This right here is the flax seed. Now, these flax seeds are how you get rope. So we place these down, bone meal all of these, and then we break these. You end up with flax. We're going to have to grab a couple more of these. I think it's 4 we need in total. I'll read it. Oh, that was a bugged out texture. I'll read how you guys obtain that in a second. But that's how you end up with rope. Again, guys, unfortunately, on Bedrock Edition, we can't kind of go up it the same way you can on Java due to limitations. But let's read a little bit more about the actual seeds themselves, or flax. It said, can be grown from flax seed found somewhere rarely in underground urns, or very rarely dropped from tall grass. So if you break the tall grass, there is a chance you can get these. Do we get any? There you go. No, that's a different one. It's just a rarity. A lot rarer of a chance to get. Urns underground would probably be your best option. Now, after a long day, if you just want to chill out, we do also have cushions. Now, cushions come in every single color that you can think of in Minecraft and are pure and simply for decoration purposes. So if you want to sit down after a long day, yeah, you most certainly can. So let's learn about those urns. Those urns can actually be found underground. Now, it says urns are a naturally occurring block that can spawn deep in the overworld. I found these in deep slate layers. They come in patches and usually contain scraps or bones left over by some of the deceased. If you are lucky, however, you might find some very valuable treasures inside. Urns can only be picked up with silk touch tools. Manage them with care as they are delicate and will break from a height. So if we was to grab a couple of these, this is what it looks like. Can't pick it up with this. They will crack and break from a height. So if we was to go down to a cave where no one is, if I wanted to grab this, that's how you do it. So if I was to go ahead and place this back down and I break this, there is... No, it didn't have an item inside. Darn it. Darn it. That one didn't have anything inside. But yeah, they can have items for you to collect. Okay, perfect. I managed to find a couple of these. So this one had ash in, which we'll get into once again very shortly. bones. This one had a bundle. And they do spawn quite commonly. They all spawn in this one little gap over here. So, yeah, you should find them with no problem as you're exploring. And I think it's a great addition to something like the Deep Dock anyway. Let's see what other items we can get. Yeah, you get some pretty decent stuff. Next, we have globes. These are actually pretty useful. We have the regular one and the sepia one. If you place this down and go ahead and tap on it, it's going to show you the exact coordinates this was actually placed down. So if you aren't using coordinates, which I know most of you are, this is just a great way to figure out where you're at. And I've already showed you guys and explained exactly how rope can actually work. Let's move on to this next block. This right here is going to be a clock. And if you tap on it, it tells you exactly what time of day it is. The next functional block that we have is going to be soap. Soap block is a storage block for soap. Be careful when stepped on, it's slippery. Now, if you want to make yourself soap, again, I'm going to teach you this very shortly. This is how you make it. Ash can be obtained when killing a mob that's actually on fire, and then can be condensed into this. It's used for other things as well. So we'll grab ourselves a pig, set this pig on fire. Sorry, little piggy. No, I didn't want to do that. So when they die, there is a chance that they can drop ash. Did he drop it that time? Darn it. But that's how you get it. It doesn't really matter which mob it is. Cows, pigs, chickens, you name it. Come on. Give me the ash. Still not died, huh? Darn it. They're a pain to deal with sometimes. Oh, but yeah, that's how you get ash. Trust me to record and it doesn't actually show. Come on, sheep. Put that... There you go. Put that pig to shame. And it is slippery. So this is what it looks like. If you stand on this, you can slip and slide. Just be careful not to drop it in a bathroom, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a little bit slippery, as you can very clearly see. Now we get into the building blocks. We are going to start with chalk. So chalk allows you to create many different colored symbols and draw on any surface of the block. Use them to decorate your base or mark the way in a cave. So if you grab yourself some chalk, and I actually don't know how to make this. So let's have a little look how we make, type in whites. How would the white one be made? So you do need soap. Okay, so this is the first use. It's going to be the same for no matter what. Now, you can tap on these. I'm going to grab some different colors here that I like. Grab these. You can tap these on blocks, and it'll give you symbols. You can change the symbols, as you can see here. Now, they all have different kinds of designs, by the way. So it does make sense to have different ones. I thought these were really, really cool. Again, things we haven't necessarily seen before. And I'll try and grab some other ones here. And I'll grab some soap, because if you made a mistake and you want to rub it off, as you can see here, you're able to rub it off. And it goes back to the basic one, which you can then break. Although, I thought it would just rub them off in general. Or maybe you can keep that and then... Does it retain the design? No, not quite. I like the orange ones. I like the fire. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a brand new addition in this. Next, we have the awnings. Inside of buildings, tap on it. It says awnings can be placed on top and bottom parts of a block, just like a slab. You can interact with an awning to bend it downwards. When fallen upon, they will propel you in the direction they are facing. So these come in a whole range of different colors and designs as well. Go ahead and tap on these, and you can change the direction as well. So if we crouch, I think we have to have an empty hand in order for this to work. Is the correct block this? Nope. I think this would be maybe like an axe would be the correct tool with this one. But I think we have to have the empty hand, but we'll grab a couple more of these and place them around the other side as well. So purple, cyan, lights, red, and we'll go yellow. So if I get rid of these from here and tap on this, you can change it to be tilted. If I go to game mode creative and I change my game mode to survival, it bounces you up. But if you crouch and change this and don the most recent Minecraft bugs, and we try this one more time, change our game mode to survival, it's going to bounce you in that direction. There are special gem blocks that you can make, and these can be made in the form of diamonds, amethyst, lapis, redstone, glowstone bricks. I think there is more. In order to make this, grab yourself whatever precious material you're using, and you're able to make them into these. So So you can decorate your bases if you wanted to in a whole range of different colors. And I like the fact that they've included the amethyst sound with that one. Tall flowers have always been left out. Maybe you want to put them in some kind of pot. We have the empty flower box. So we're going to grab a couple of these. And I'm going to place down 2 different items. As you know that you can't place the regular fern inside of here, it says we only accept the big plants. So the big fern and the big rose bush can actually go inside of there. And these are all of the different options that we have. So we've got the peony, we have the lilac, we also have sweet berries. So yeah, a little bit of love to the other types of flowers in Minecraft that I feel have always been left out. And if broken, I put this one, place, done. And we got a couple more different designs here. But yeah, it's just to spice up your builds a little bit more. So there are ceramic types of blocks, and they come in stairs, full version, and like slab/tile. If you type in CER as ceramic, you can see all the versions we have. What I really liked about the colored versions is the top block design. So I'll grab a couple of these and just show you guys. Can I use them as a regular staircase? That's the question. No, they're still classed as a full block. That tech is like very close upon Bedrock, so it would be like a universal thing, but yeah, I think these are really cool. They're like decorative, what's it called? Like, what are they called? I need to figure this out real quick. If I type in, red. Concretes. They're kind of like a decorative concretes in a way. Is the best way to describe these, but a whole range of different colors. These are the ones I kind of like, so I want to grab all of these and just show you guys the designs. So you've got the ceramic. You've got the black version. I was just thinking of like floor designs with these and how I would use them in like kitchens, things like that. Which one's this one? Red. It's got like a swirl. Yellow. Oh, that's yellow. It is yellow. I'm colorblind, but looks a little bit more orangey. That's just me. The pink ones, purple, you name it. Now, obviously, they do have the sides designed as well, which is really, really cool because you can then link these to the tile/slab version, which is these, as you can very clearly see. So this is obviously yellow, so you can kind of continue designs on a little bit. But yeah, I was really impressed. I think they did a fantastic job with these blocks. How about candle holders? Now, there are 2 separate ones that you can make. A regular one, but you can also make a gold one. Now, we can make these in multiple different sizes. They can also go upside down as well. As you can see, we made different designs, as you can see. And if you just grab yourself some of these, maybe not. We need a flint and steel. You can't pick and choose what color, which would be a cool addition. Can they go on the sides? Hold on, let's grab some more of these. I'll grab the gold ones. They can go on the sides as well. That's so awesome. Yeah, so a lot more functional. Oops. Than your regular candles. There are 2 new types of torches. Now, the soul one and the regular one. And they can be attached to blocks, which I'm curious as to how this is going to look on top of here. So these are really good for like a fiery castle entrance. They can't go in item frames though. This right here is going to be your fine wood. In order to make fine wood, you're going to need resin and oak. Now, I really hope in the future they also introduce different versions of the fine wood, because I think these are incredible. We've also got like the slab. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, that's so cool. Yes, and obviously the correct tool at P. If we do an axe, the correct tool to break this would be an axe. So every single minor detail has certainly been included in this, which I'm a sucker for detail. We have 2 different types of braziers. You got the regular one, which is this one, and you have this one. They can be lit with a flint and steel, or they can be lit with a charge and can be put out in the same fashion as your campfires. So there is a lot of block condensing in this add-on. Another one that you can condense is going to be sugar. Inside of a crafting table, we have the sugar cube. Now, this inside of water will instantly dissolve. Next, we have the podium, the pedestal. So place these down. You can put a whole bunch of different items inside of these. In fact, I think every single item can go inside of this. I think a wrench can. It can. A sword can. A pickaxe can. A diamond can. A dragon egg could. Or you could even put a bomb. We'll learn more about these in a second. If you wanted to create a thatched roof, you can do it with this block right here. Now, in order to do this, you are going to need to place regular tall grass on top of a campfire. Over time, it will become tall, dry grass, which you can go and find as well. This will give you thatched blocks, which also come in these as well. So I like this. I'm thinking like cottagey vintage vibe with a campfire. Oh, and it turns it into a full block as well. But yeah, over time, these will pop off the campfire, which will then just give you extra dry versions. There you go. Right there. And then obviously you can use this for decoration purposes. This is the Wattle and Dab, I believe. It's a frame. It comes in different versions. You're gonna need... Oh, we can make flax bale. I didn't know that existed. You can make this, and then you're going to need sticks around it. And these are basically just like frames. So these are your regular frames. These are like the crossed version, the brace, and then this is the actual cross version as well. I hope in the future they let us add more blocks to these. There was a limitation, so they weren't added. Different types of stone blocks. So we have the stone tiles and the stone slabs. I'll grab a couple of these. Stone is my favorite to work with in Minecraft. And I think with stone brick, it'll go really well. Honestly, there's so many incredible blocks inside of today's add-on that the community are going to absolutely love. Even more design blocks, but these are light. So we have a stone lamp. We have a deep slate lamp. We also have the black stone. There is also going to be end stone. So if I was to do / time set and we do this to midnight, here it is right here. This is what it looks like. Now, these are fine. These I thought were really, really cool. These I really appreciated, but these come in different designs, which you can interact with and change. But every time you place it, it's typically going to be... Whoa, you guys scare me. I need to change the difficulty real quick. / difficulty P. Yeah, these will change in design. So you could use these around your end portal or some kind of enchanting area. Another compression-styled block is going to be the feather block. As a chicken walks by that is not planned, these can be condensed into feather blocks, which you can use them for decoration purposes. And... oh, they kind of have like a slight bounce property as well. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that existed. But yes, a lot of blocks can be condensed. Next on our list, we have tools. We do have the bomb. So these, I believe, can be thrown by players. Will do damage to you, I believe. No, maybe not. Will do damage to entities. No, yes, they will do damage to entities. This right here isn't your regular slingshot. I thought this was impressive. So whatever block is first, it will fire it. How cool is this? So if you switch these real quick, it's going to fire them down. How cool. But yeah, it's obviously like a novelty factor. You could build with this. Honestly, I was looking how I would use it. I think some kind of mini game would be best with the slingshot. There is also going to be confetti, which has also secret properties. This is what it does. You can actually crouch and interact and place it on the ground as well. You wanted to have some kind of party. We also have bubbles. We have the bubble blower just for some relaxation. Now, as for food, we do have candy. Candy comes in many different versions. Campfires are also going to be very useful for you because if you place down the marshmallows on here, now you can have these as lightly toasted. You can have them as golden, or they can get burnt. And they will burn over time. Other candies are candy apple. We also have regular candy itself. If you eat too many of these, I'm pretty sure you get nausea. So be careful of how many candies you're going to eat. As you can see, you get hit with nausea. And yeah, not something everyone likes to deal with. As for chocolate, I'll show you guys how to make the chocolate now before we move on to the cheese and stuff. So in order to make this, you are going to need cocoa beans and sugar. This will allow you to make chocolate, which can go into a block form as well. Or players can just go ahead and consume this. And you do get paper as in like it's a wrapper kind of thing. I wish this was like a cake where you could eat it as you go. So yeah, also if you eat these, oh, they're lightly toasted. And you can place them back down, by the way, if you want the golden version. We do have cheese. Now, in order to get cheese, you need to let milk go off in a way. You need to leave that for a little bit of time. You end up with cheese. There's a few things related to cheese. We need 6 of these to make a cheese wheel. We also have pancakes. Pancakes can be made with... I actually can't fully remember how to make the pancakes. How do we make the pancakes in this? Ah, that's how you make the pancakes. These can be placed down, I believe. Hold on. And you can put, I think, honey on them for like syrup. Berries on them as well. I think you can stack them 6 high. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we can go higher than that. Yeah, 6. But these will drip down. I thought these were really, really cool as well. Last but not least, we have some subtle vanilla tweaks. So the likes of your compass, if you tap on it, it's going to show you your coordinates, right? Clock, it will tell you the time of day, although most of you know how to tell the time. Now, this one is to do with the likes of your lanterns, and I'm going to change my game mode here. This might be slightly bugged at the moment. If we just type in lantern, if you grab a lantern and place it against, it gives you like sticky out one. And if you try and do it with the copper, it doesn't work. Soul lanterns do. The reason why is because this add-on was created long before the most recent updates, which is a shame, but that will be fixed in the future. Books can actually be stacked up. If you wanted to stack them up or stand them up, you can actually do that with your books. This right here is sticks. Strangely enough, I can't put them in the item frame, but you can place down your sticks. I thought this was cool as well. I thought I'd be using these for like fences and stuff. And then last but not least, you can actually hoe, or they call it rake. You can rake the gravel. As for what use this actually has, honestly, no idea. Let's read what it says. Use a hoe on a gravel block to rake it. Raked gravel can be curved too. Wait, curved? Like this way? Hold on. Break this real quick. Be curved. Ow. Oh, there you go. But then what else is the... I guess it's just for decoration. It's the only thing I could think about. When it comes to this. Place rake gravel blocks and then direction you're facing. Yeah, didn't really understand what else you could do with it, but those seem to be all the features. There is a few things that Java has that Bedrock didn't get, but there is going to be future updates with this. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Highly recommend it. I think they did a fantastic job.